Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to spend a fair amount of time in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam sharing perspective from an XRP chart analyst. He shares a number of XRP charts, and it points to confluence. There's plenty of reason to be very optimistic that the best for XRP holders is yet ahead, even though we're already at the top of the heap. As far as sentiment goes, we are the happiest out of any crypto community on the entire damn planet. And for good reason, obviously. The last few months have been very good to us. Very volatile, but we're here for the volatility, so even when it goes to the downside a bit, that's fine. We are way up from the from when the election, after the conclusion of the election, my God. And obviously the whole market took off for a while, but well, I'll show you towards the beginning part of the video, but there's really good reason that we're sitting pretty. We are almost the best performing asset. There's one that's got us beat out of the top 100. So anyway, plenty of really good stuff here, and you're going to like this. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And folks, I firmly do believe, like, we really are reaching that part that's going to change everything for us. Like, this is the part where your life changes forever. Unless we're all disastrously wrong. And so we were right that Xrp hits a new all-time high, but that's it. And then we're wrong about everything else. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I think that we're right about all of it the whole damn time, which means price discovery is going to be coming. There's this post shared by chart analyst The Great Matsby. You got XRP on the left, Bitcoin on the right. And he says, if you want real gains, XRP is the obvious choice. Stop listening to Bitcoin maxis because it's obvious XRP has been outperforming for over 2 years now. Charts don't lie. And I have to tell you that I take a fair amount of satisfaction seeing just how whiny some of these humans are. In fact, I'm going to dedicate a separate video just to talking about some of the recent developments on that topic because it is too rich and too entertaining to not address in its own standalone video, but my God, this is fun. And it is true, XRP is where the real opportunity has been. I've been insisting that for several years, as all these stupid-ass Bitcoin maximalists have been saying, it's just going to follow the top 10, and XRP will trend towards zero against Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're disastrously wrong. And it's one of the most obvious, easy-to-figure out things. It's just that they live in these echo chambers, and I'm sure a lot of them do believe the things that they're saying. I think some of them are like very clearly lying. But either way, like, eventually reality catches up with you and just smacks you across your stupid, smug little face. And so, yes, XRP has been outperforming Bitcoin for years now. Charts don't lie. Spot on. To drive that point home further, though, this is why we're feeling pretty good here in the XRP community. Here's a post from, this is after the Sunday weekly close in the world of crypto here. So a couple days ago, chart analyst Dom said, top gainers since the election, the current top 100. There's only one coin that's performed better in the top 100 since the election, and it's OM. OM, that's a ticker symbol, plus 455%. And then you've got XRP at 430%. Now, of course, that's just a snapshot in time, so who knows? It could have been jockeying for that number one spot up and down a little bit, depending on what time and what day you're talking about. I mean, you're splitting hairs at this point, realistically. We're at the top of the heap, folks. We just are. So XRP at the time he took the snapshot, plus 430%. Yeah, there's a reason we're feeling pretty damn good here. H-bar's number 3 at 368%. Then you got BGB at 327% and XDC at 274%. You'll love to see it. But then you look at those numbers, you can understand why. Everybody else in crypto that's not an XRP holder, they're a bunch of sad pandas currently. But I will tell you, I don't think they're going to have to stay sad for long. The market's going to have that final euphoric blow off top. All right, so the analyst that I was referencing, though, who had a number of charts pointing at some very serious confluence you're going to be interested in, it is Dom. And, you know, I've been following, I don't know how long now, maybe it's been close to a year. I just know that throughout most of 2024, he was just making a lot of sense. And he is one of the many analysts I follow that accurately called that XRP would be breaking out of that nearly 7-year symmetrical triangle. And he's thinking the best is yet ahead. So let me share with you some of the latest from chart analyst Dom here. He wrote, XRP detailed analysis updated. 1 month ago, I shared the quoted analysis highlighting what I believed to be the most important resistance zone XRP has ever faced in history. That resistance zone was the area of $3.15 and $3.50. I shared multiple custom pairings to drill home my point. Fast forward to now, the post aged perfect, as XRP saw a negative 48% drop after getting rejected in this area. In this post, I'm going to update all the charts and share where we currently stand. Let's start with the XRP BTC chart. So that's the one on your screen here. Now this, I really enjoyed sharing this chart throughout 2024, even before the election. And I know it looked terrible, but that's why I was excited to share it. I consistently shared it throughout the entire year because XRP had never been so valued so poorly against Bitcoin, and I insisted that his historic precedent makes it very obvious that when these moments occur, that's the point of maximum opportunity. I insisted throughout 2024, and I said, I don't know when it's going to pop, but if history is to rhyme with itself, then this is the moment, roughly speaking, where XRP absolutely destroys Bitcoin and rockets to the upside. It's happened every other instance in history, over 10 years worth of history. And so there we were. And we hit that level again, and wouldn't you know it, it did the thing again. Duh. So obvious. And it was fun sharing because there are all sorts of Bitcoin maxis out there who were laughing about how XRP is priced so poorly against Bitcoin. I'm like, do you not know what this means, folks? Like, do you not know, you stupid little Bitcoin bitch bears? Because every time this has happened before, you end up crying because then it goes through the roof. And wouldn't you know it, here we are. And XRP is substantially outperforming Bitcoin. You shouldn't be surprised by this. I mean, look at how far it's come off the recent low. You guys got at least one good eyeball, right? Look at that. So anyway, he continues. He says, in the above chart, which is the one on your screen here, we can see XRP is still battling its most important resistance against Bitcoin in history. This resistance has rejected us 9 times over the last 7 years. Anytime it was fully broken, we have seen at least a 150% move. Last month, we got rejected directly at the all-time high VWAP and have since inched our way back into this zone. A full break of this level is going to be where the real fireworks occur. The above chart, so that'll be this one here. Let me switch it out for you. This is the market cap XRP dominance percentage chart. And he says, the above chart is the dominance of XRP versus the total crypto market cap. So that's XRP.D. And at the time he took the snapshot, you can see that the dominance for XRP was 5.64%. Now, I don't know the literal bottom for this, but I remember seeing it. I mean, you can kind of see roughly where it was here anyway. But it got down to just over 1%. I remember seeing it that low, just over 1%. And that was another thing that I was pointing out throughout 2024. I said, when this happens, it doesn't stay there for long. And it happens every 4 years. You get these jumps. Oh, God. It's just so much of this was so damn obvious. But some people are just too blind to see it. But, man, Dom sure wasn't. He saw this coming the whole time. Anyway, so he says, just like XRP BTC, it continues to battle the most important level over the last 7 years. This level is around 5% to 6% of the total crypto market cap. Last month, we saw a perfect rejection in the zone highlighted. I still believe that this level can fully clear. XRP is on the way to owning 12% of the total crypto market cap. Very clear trigger. Okay, that wouldn't surprise me if we get up to that percentage range, anywhere around there. Some people think it might be 15, 16%, who knows. Not crazy, considering that XRP's greatest market dominance percentage ever, it was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was definitely over 30%, and that would have been the 2017 or 2018 bull run. And it was up there for a very short period in time. I don't think it's ever going to beat that ever again. Now, happy to be wrong. I don't think XRP is ever going to be over that again. Now, the reason I say that is not because there's something wrong with XRP. No. It's because the market's so much bigger. And so as a result, because there's, instead of just 1,600 coins or whatever it was at the end of 2017, well, now there's literally millions, right? So you're not gonna have a bigger percentage, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. Even if you get 12% to 15%, that would be outrageous. And that sounds plausible. If that happens, my God, the dollar figure for XRP is going to be through the roof compared to where it is right now. Anyway, then he says, last month we saw a perfect rejection in the zone highlighted. Oh, wait, I got that part. So that's where he's saying he's going to 12%, he's thinking here. And then he shared this chart, and he said, above is the chart of XRP denominated in gold. We can see price attempted to fully clear the largest resistance over the last 7 years, but was rejected 3 weeks ago. Another perfect confluence to watch when XRP is ready for its next leg. And folks, that's why I was excited to share this in this video, share his whole analysis here, because go from chart to chart to chart to chart, and you do see that confluence. That's good. That's a really good sign that you can look from chart to chart to chart, and they're all screaming the same thing, which is number go up. Yeah, absolutely. And then he says, yeah, here we go. Above is, so that's the chart I just switched it to. Above is XRP denominated in the NASDAQ 100. Just like all the other charts shown, it attempted to break its 7-year resistance over the last month and failed. Yet another clear trigger to know when XRP would be ready for its next leg. And NASDAQ 100, so that's one of those charts that's always interesting to me because it's an index that's tech-heavy stocks, and so they very closely mirror how humans, investors, treat cryptocurrencies for obvious reasons. I think, I mean, crypto tech, stocks that are tech, yeah. And so that's why if you look at the NASDAQ 100, typically what you'll find is that correlates even more closely than just broadly like the S&P 500 or something like that, which again, I don't think should be surprising to anybody. Anyway, then he continues. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Above is a chart of XRP denominated in Tesla. Price is still trying to fully clear the largest resistance over the last 5 years. This chart has particularly remained stronger than the rest as we pushed right back in after the liquidation event. And then he's got this one, XRP USD chart. And this is, okay, so this is the most fun one, right? Let's be real. We care. It's interesting to see what XRP is valued against, against Bitcoin and gold and so on and so forth. But the one we're most interested in is in USD, obviously. Or if you're in a different geographic region where you're not using the dollar, it'd be your fiat currency. But still, you get the cut of my jib here. So anyway, he says, above is the most important one, XRP USD. Over the last 2 months, XRP has been battling the most important resistance over the last 7 years, its previous all-time high. This is, of course, a massive level to overcome, exactly as I stated a month ago, thus not much of a surprise of the violent pullback. Fully breaking this puts XRP in price discovery. And so, folks, it is true we did already hit the all-time high. We exceeded that, but we haven't hit the price discovery part of this. And so he says, that's why he said, fully breaking this puts XRP in price discovery. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. I do believe that's the next part that's coming. I feel very confident for tons of reasons. Anyway, Dom continues. After seeing all these charts, I am sure it is obvious to you that XRP is still facing its largest resistance ever. There is too much confluence to deny it. So what do I think now? Well, simply put, if XRP can fully clear this $3.15 to $3.50 range, I still believe the leg that will print be the most powerful one ever seen. Price discovery, folks. It's going to look a lot like what happened in 2017, which was just completely bonkers. It's going to be like that, except for it's going to be even more fun because there's more of us here this time. Anyway, all charts point to massive gaps after where a 100% move seems very feasible in a short period of time. Hell yeah, it does. This would be that face-melting rally that everyone talks about. But still, we haven't broke the levels yet. And of course, this is going to need the market. To stay in a bullish stance, particularly Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high and seeing more breadth in the overall market. We just don't have that right now. XRP, along with a few other coins, have just been outperforming and holding up extremely well. I think the only scenario where XRP can fully break these levels without a market-wide expansion is if it included some strategic reserve, if the ETFs get approved and there are massive inflows, or if there is a FOMO frenzy if/when the lawsuit appeal is thrown out. And so, folks, that's in line with what I've been expecting too. The market will respond to that stuff. Whether it's right or wrong, And I've said my piece about the SEC appeal. Once that goes away, which I think is a virtual certainty, it doesn't matter for XRP in any real way. But the market might respond anyway. In fact, I would not be surprised to see that. You saw what happened when Gensler announced he was resigning on November 21st. XRP down to the minute. You look at the chart, rocketed to the upside. It wasn't even XRP specific news. So then if you talk about something like this and it goes away, even though XRP has legal clarity either way, yeah, I could see humans responding like that. Because it's a positive news topic having to do with XRP, seemingly. Anyway, they think. But so I wouldn't be surprised to see that at all. It's certainly also true that, you know, if the market's going to break down from here, yeah, of course XRP is not going to go on enterprise discovery. That would be disappointing, but I just don't believe that's what's most probable. That just doesn't make sense for so many reasons. Anyway, then he says, so wrapping up, the post I shared months ago aged perfect as I stated. Just don't be surprised if we do see it, rejection, and this is from his last post. It says, better under-promise and over-deliver your expectations. So that is what he thought was more probable. And he says, so now we await an attempt of these levels, hoping for success in a market-wide expansion. Yeah, so we're just waiting. I thought that was a great post. And it shows the confluence. So there's so much reason to be very genuinely excited for what's going on here. So even if we do have to wait a little bit longer, that's fine. I think history is going to rhyme with itself. It has been up to this point. I think it's going to continue to. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because if anything I say are right, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.